Hello and welcome, hope you're all doing well. Today is a very different video. I have some very exciting news to share with you. Now, this workshop is brilliant and I have made loads of projects in here and had lots of great memories. But the time has come to get a bigger workshop. So, I'm going to be moving workshop over the next month. I now have everything finalised and I will be moving. The only issue is I won't be able to get videos out immediately because I'll need to sort electrics and lighting and things, which obviously I won't film because that's different and people have different ways of doing electrics and lighting. But the good news is I have a workshop. I will show you the space, but at the moment I just thought I would do a quick video just to let you know. So this workshop is going to be dismantled over the course of this week, which means there is going to be a change to the schedule of things. Now, on this piece of paper I have written down some things to say. So essentially this wasn't my original workshop. The workshop which is now next to this, which now has my bike in it, was my old workshop, and that was 7 by 5 foot. So it's a 35 square foot workshop and it was absolutely tiny. But now I'm in this amazing 6 by 10 foot workshop, which to be honest is still perfectly usable. I mean, it's a good working space, I can accomplish everything I need. But I can't get a bandsaw in here, there just isn't enough room. And I would quite like to have a bandsaw, and there's a couple of other tools such as a miter saw I would love to have as well. Now, this workshop is going to be about 2.5 to 3-ish times the size of this workshop, which obviously gives me a lot more room. Now, as you can see, I fit a lot into this workshop for a small space. I've got a lathe, bench grinders, sanders, I've got everything. I've got a drill press. I mean, it's a good space and a lot gets accomplished here. Although, as times change, you move on, you get a better workspace. So, this workshop is going to be dismantled, as I said. I'll be starting with all of these tools along here, there we go, and all of the tool wall that's over there, which will take a long time, as there is about 30 or 40 screws holding everything up there. Then I'll move on to all of the saws, the paint wall over there. Then the workbenches are not going to be dismantled. I'm just going to take these as they are, although things on them and things around them will need to be moved, of course, to make space for things. So, in terms of the new workshop, as I said, about 2.5 to 3 times the size of this workshop. It's going to have lots of new tools, a miter saw, bandsaw, but I still want to keep the channel a small sort of workshop feel to it, so I won't be using all these big expensive tools because, quite frankly, no one wants to see loads of big expensive tools because it can make it feel like it's inaccessible to people. So I'm actually not going to be using all of the tools in all the videos, but things like a bandsaw, I mean, a lot of woodworkers do use a bandsaw and it is a very useful tool. So I will be using a bandsaw and a miter saw, but I still will stick to doing a lot of my sawing by hand or with a jigsaw, because a jigsaw is a very cheap saw as an electric saw goes, and you can do a lot with them. They're very versatile. If you've seen my chopping board video, it shows you what you can do with them, and my boat video, which will be coming out next week, I think. But yeah, I'm still going to be using hand saws. Nothing's going to particularly change in terms of the style of the videos. It will feel a bit more, I guess, polished in terms of the edit style, so I will be getting a couple of studio lights. Also because that makes lighting things, if I'm working in the evening, much easier, especially as winter comes. I won't be able to do quite as easy videos and things because obviously the lighting will change, but it's a garage. It already has electrics, I won't have to use this extension lead, and it has lighting on the ceiling. Now, with lighting on the ceiling, it does mean I can accomplish a lot more. As there's more lighting, it gives me greater versatility in the workshop, which of course is a massive plus. Now, if we have a look around the workshop, which I will do a final workshop tour before I leave this workshop, that'll be the next video, obviously, because the video after that will be dismantling, although I'm actually going to be filming the workshop tour as soon as I finish this video, and I'll probably start dismantling this workshop on Monday, and it's Saturday today. So, yeah, it'll be sad to see this workshop go. I mean, I've got a lot of memories here, a lot of my projects have been here, my channel's been grown from here, this was where the first video was filmed. I did do an original workshop tour in the workshop next to it, although I deleted that channel and started with Design and Make, and that was where I properly got serious about making videos. So I'll be filming the final workshop tour before I leave this workshop, obviously, and I will be doing about an 8-minute video of dismantling the workshop and how I suggest boxing things up if you're going to be moving into a new workshop space. Now, all my tools are coming with me, pretty much everything will come with me. Some of the wood might not, it depends, I will have to have a look around, but I've already started tidying things up and sort of getting it to a space where I can still continue using my workshop until I need to start moving things out of here. But there isn't too much to dismantle. There's probably a day's worth of dismantling to do. The blinds probably won't come with me. I just use those sometimes for filming. You might see the red backdrop sometimes against the window. That's just useful because obviously with natural light the lighting changes a lot if it's sunny, rainy, etc. So having the ability to just change the lighting levels makes things very easy. Whereas in a workshop, which is a garage, I have a lot more freedom because I have an actual light on the ceiling which will provide downlight, which will mean I always have the same lighting ratios, which will make editing so much easier and will just make the whole project much easier because I always have the same light intensity. But I will probably be installing another light. I think there's one strip light on the ceiling at the moment, which lights up the whole space perfectly, but I will probably get another two just so it's really bright. And I mean, there's not too much to do in that new workspace. I will be building lots of work benches and things and new things in there, cabinets, everything. And I probably will get some acoustic panels as well because I really want to make these videos as good as I can so you guys get the best experience of the channel and you get to learn the most I can make you guys learn from my videos. So acoustic panels will be installed on the ceiling as they're a great help with audio and things like that. Lighting I've already said about. Electrics is just normal plug-in points rather than using this, oh you can't see, rather than using this extension lead that I have just there. You'll see in a lot of my videos it's the grey box, it says Europa on it. I think that's what it says anyway. Something like that anyway. But yeah, that sits behind the lathe and that powers all these tools in here. Essentially I have this, which I just run inside the house, and that powers all my tools via this extension lead box, which is just like an ordinary switch. It's got two switches and two plugs, and it works just like a normal switch box, a normal plug-in point, and I'll be having normal plug-in points in a new workshop. And I'll still use this extension lead because I do want to also do some outside woodworking. So, for example, in a garden, just on a little fold-up workbench, to show you that you don't have to have a big workshop or even a small workshop. You can do things in your garden. The only things you do need are a couple of cheap tools, and if you're not sure what kind of tools to get, I have done a video all about the beginner tools I recommend and consumables and materials. I'll leave a link to that video up here, and the other video I will also put at the end of this in the description. So, basically, I'm going to be moving a workshop into a bigger space, which will hopefully make these videos a lot better, and I'll also have space to put wood. Also, I'm going to be installing a woodshed outside for logs and things, so I can work with a lot more interesting timber, I guess, because the advantage of working with things like, say, this piece of ash, is it's already machined up, it's ready to use. I can chuck this on the lathe now and it'll be absolutely fine, but that can be a bit boring sometimes, just chucking a piece of pre-done wood onto a lathe. I want to actually get green timber, season it, cut it up into the blanks I need, put it on the lathe and turn something. So if you're interested in having a look at that, ensure you subscribe because I will be doing videos in due course all about how to prepare your timber, season it, and get it all ready to turn on the lathe or use for other woodworking purposes. I hope you guys enjoy the journey though, and if you do have any questions about this workshop or want to know anything about it, just put them in the comment section. I read every comment. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments down below.